How's it going, everyone? Would you look at that? There's actually sun out when I'm recording. Crazy. Today, I wanted to take you along on some of the stuff that I'm doing today. I'm busy working for a lot of the day from 10:30 to 5, but I wanted to shoot some videos while I'm at work a little bit when I'm on break and share with you some of my thoughts and rules that I imposed on myself for doing daily uploads. As well as I also want to share with you a time lapse that I shot yesterday from this view. The sunset was really nice last night, and I wanted to share with you the time lapse as well as how I captured it. Anyways, let's fix this back again. That's about all I have time for right now before I head off to work. I will record throughout my day. Let's give this a shot. New attempt at a vlogging style. Let's see. Yo, what'd you think of that B-roll? I just shot that on my iPhone on my way to work. Curious to know what you think. It was 1080 at 120 frames per second. Maybe it looks good, maybe it doesn't, who knows? Anyways, while I'm at work here on break, what I wanted to talk about was me missing my upload by a couple minutes yesterday. And that was due to, again, my laptop shutting off. But I wanted to more mention and talk about the goal or the expectations that I set for it. Almost the rules of daily in December, if you will, or for Vlogmas. And so I don't know if there actually are any official rules. If there are, let me know in a comment down below. Otherwise, I think the important thing to me is that I shoot, edit, and export, or at least as close to as possible, on that day. So the fact that I missed it by a couple minutes is unfortunate. I'm still upset about that, but the idea for me for Vlogmas has been to come up with something and create it that day, something new every single day, and that's what I did yesterday. So in that sense, I did not fail or mess up. The only thing that happened was my laptop died and I wasn't able to upload it. So anyways, that was it that I wanted to mention here on break. I only have a little bit of time, so I'll film a little bit more B-roll maybe. Otherwise, after I get off of work, I want to talk about the time lapse that I recorded yesterday. And I think it turned out really cool. The sky was awesome. We got some birds that flew by and everything. I will show you that after I'm done with work. That's a wrap. Today, actually I forgot to mention, is my last day of work. So it went really well. I've enjoyed working here, but that'll be all till next semester. So now I'm going to grab my coat, head back to the apartment, and we will talk about the time lapse that I shot. Let's go. Yo, enough hype. Let's watch that time lapse that we've been waiting for. All right, pretty good, if I may say so myself. I don't know, that's up to you to decide. Shall we watch how I made it? Yeah, of course. All right, let's jump in to Lightroom right now and let's see how we make it. So what I did was I took a series of images on my camera and I took one every 3 seconds. And so what I used was aperture priority mode on my camera. I set the aperture and the ISO and the white balance, but then my shutter speed was able to change as the lighting changed. So this is what my image looked like before. So what I did to tweak this image was I boosted the exposure, I warmed up the image, I increased a little bit of vibrance and saturation, and I added a subtle gradient across the sky with this split toning that I added here. Other than that though, it's pretty much it. I then synced these adjustments across all of the remaining images in the set, and so I exported them to a new folder. Now, one thing to know is when you go to export these images, you need to make sure that you do so as a sequence. What I did was I used some custom settings here under my file naming. I had my custom text, in this case day to night, and then I included a sequence. And this is important because the next step of this process is we're gonna use Adobe Premiere to automate creating a video based off of the photos that we took. Other than that though, I'm exporting them at full quality so that I have as much information and resolution to work with. So in this case, my photos are 6,000 by 4,000 pixels. I'm going to have those exported and then we will open them in Premiere. All right, so here we are in Premiere. What I'm going to do first is navigate to our time-lapse exported folder with all of our images. And instead of selecting all of them and clicking import, what you're going to do is simply left click on the first image and then go down here and check image sequence. Then when you click open, what Premiere will do is automatically create one video file containing all of those photos. So we can drag that into our timeline here. Then once we have our footage in Premiere, we are going to speed up our footage. In this case, I'm going to make my clip 7 seconds long. I'm going to use my rate stretch tool and drag that back. Then the final thing that I'm going to do is create a subtle zoom in effect by keyframing my scale and position. Otherwise, that's going to do it. That is how you get this time lapse in Adobe Premiere. Pretty cool. If you ask me, the only other thing I did was add in some sound design, and that's about it. This wraps up today's vlog. I kind of experimented a little bit with this one, took it a different direction. I brought you along both on my trip to work, shared my thoughts on how maybe the midnight deadline isn't everything, how it's more about creating something every single day, and also how I captured this day to night time lapse. Definitely going to be doing these time lapses more often. They're really cool, and I'm excited to see how I can incorporate them into more of my videos. If you enjoyed this vlog, please press like and drop a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of style vlog where I kind of brought you along on my journey. Otherwise, that's going to do it for today. I will see you in Vlogmas Day 12. Have a good one.